What up, y'all? It's the big homie Debo, man. It's time for some big homie talk.
The big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie,
in the bed,
the big homie show. Swoo! Hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome Debo, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go, and tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Drop that zaddy in the bed, boy.
Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Now, Adin Ross. I'm not going to give you all the back and forth and shit like that and what's going on, but I will tell you this. Give you some cliff notes. Adin Ross has dumped on Doechii's name. You know, Doechii, the Grammy Award winner. She's been out there doing her thing for a long period of time. She's down with TDE. She just did a song with SZA, which was a dope song. Salute to her. And pretty much going at her naysayers and stuff like that. And let me show y'all something. Her naysayers can be considered, Adin Ross, one of the people that's been talking reckless about her been a long time, been talking crazy and reckless. And this is what he had to say about it afterwards.
Doechii, the umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Stop listening to her music. Cardi and Abel, why would you give her a feature on a remix? You shouldn't have cleared it. She's just the worst. She's a piece of shit. She stole someone that I used to know. She makes no good music. She's horrible. Why the hate? Because I don't like her talking down on workers like that, bro. That's not cool. Doechii is a fucking industry plant. She's a fucking horrible industry plant. So fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Okay? She has zero talent.
So, my thing is this. What does Adin Ross really know about an industry plant? You know what I'm saying? What significance does Adin Ross have in the music business? I wouldn't know. Only he would know. But for you to say that is just downplaying all her hard work that she's done over the past, 10 years? Because we knew who Doechii was before she even got into TDE and the Grammys and all that stuff. She's worked hard to get in the position that she's at today. You understand? Now, this is the thing. We're going to put it in layman's terms. We're going to give you the cliff notes and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to do a think piece. I'm not here to have a super high vocabulary and tell you in an intelligent way what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? This is what the fuck is happening with this situation. Adin Ross is just shitting on her name to rage bait. That's my assumption. That's how I feel. Rage baiting is big for the streamers. They get y'all riled up. You the fans. You the people that watch the streaming. They get the fans riled up and have everybody talking about it the next day on social media. You understand? So I don't think he gives a shit about what Doechii does in her life, who she is, her music, or anything. He just said, eeny, meeny, mighty, mo, I'm going to pick her. You know what I'm saying? We know Adin Ross is a part of Drake's, quote unquote, not say camp, but, he fucks with Drake heavy, and we already know what happened with the Kendrick and Drake situation, right? So, he's going to, throw some shots at the TDE platform and shit. So, let me guess, he's going to pick out the person that's right now most highly reputable, most, awards and all that stuff in the TDE camp, you know what I'm saying? So, because you can't really do SZA like that, you know what I'm saying? SZA don't really bother nobody, but Doechii don't really bother nobody. But he rather do the new girl in the block as opposed to say SZA and shit, because he know that'll probably be a worse situation for him and shit. But now, guess what? Glasses Malone, salute to Glasses Malone, you know what I'm saying? A reputable name in the streets and stuff like that. He's on Adin Ross's helmet right now. You understand? And I mean on his helmet. He don't give two shits about what nobody's saying, who's going to try to stop what, who's got anything to say. He's just preferably saying, yo, stop shitting on this black woman. You understand? And I'm not saying, it could be Doechii, it could be SZA, it could be any black woman. He's just tired of it at this point on streamers such as Adin Ross, the other man, talking crazy about black women. It's like it's open season on black women in 2026 and shit, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's very unfortunate that Adin Ross gets to talk like that on the stream without some type of consequence. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want nobody to get hurt. Don't get it, messed up. But what I do say is, imagine if that's your sister. Imagine if that was your cousin, your mom, anybody that you know. You know what I'm saying? A woman in your life and your family that you know, for the other man to talk crazy like this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to make it a race thing, but there's a lot of streamers out there that are the other man, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And they get away with talking how they talk because they're on the other side of what the streets is not, which is law enforcement, suing, bodyguards and security and all that stuff. The streets don't really have that. You know what I'm saying? We're not on that side, if you will. So, when a person say like Adin Ross, he could just talk crazy and feel like, oh, you gonna try to get at me? I got these 15 bodyguards that's around me every time I go out to an event. Oh, you gonna try to get at me? Well, I'm gonna sue you for trying to do this or say this and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, they're backed up with that side of what's going on. And they feel like with that, it will scare off the streets because, they don't mind pointing out, oh, that was him right there. He said this, he did this, you know what I'm saying? They'll snitch in a minute in a heartbeat because they're not of the streets and shit like that. So they're not playing a fair game, if you will. But with this situation, Glasses don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? And right now we're saluting Glasses, the whole community, on standing up, which he shouldn't have been the only one. It should have been various other bloggers and streamers or whoever to stick up for a Doechii like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can say what you want as far as a person's music. You can like it, not like it. You can shit on it, review it, and all that stuff. But now when you get out to the personal of a person as opposed to the skill set and stuff like that, or what they actually come in here to do, which is what she does is music, now it's getting out of hand. You understand? So somebody had to do something. Now, you got Wack 100 coming in, you know what I'm saying? Because, Adin Ross, he called Wack 100 to try to shut all this down and stuff like that. Because I guess Wack 100 is the gatekeeper between the streets and the streamers and stuff like that. So, Wack 100 was like, yo, I know nephew, you know what I'm saying? That's my man. I'm going to talk to him. Don't worry about this, that, and the third. My only problem with the Wack 100 situation is when you see shit dire when it comes to your people, you should, assess the situation and check these kids, man. These kids need checking. It's not always about business. I understand you're a businessman, you're getting your money and all that, but sometimes, man, when you're from that element as far as the streets and you're able to cross over to the other side with this and mingle with the streamers, the bloggers, and all these people that's doing big things in that side of the community, you should be able to bridge that gap in the proper way by letting them know, yo, this is wrong. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That was an ample opportunity to have Wack 100 live on that show and Wack say, yo, listen, bro, I don't know what you're saying or what you're doing, but if what I'm hearing is right, you out of pocket. You need to chill out. You understand? There's a way to go about things and stuff like that. And us as a people, we not standing for that. You understand? So with that said, man, I hear Wack, he's trying to do what he can to make the situation, die down. But telling Glasses and them, yo, you don't want to do that, bro. He's a Jewish, rich, white kid, you know what I'm saying? They deal with law enforcement and all that. That's just like to scare off our people on not trying to get at these people. Which, you know what I'm saying? To go about it that way shouldn't be that. You know what I'm saying? Why scare us and make it safe for the other man and shit like that? Nah. Both parties need to come together and have a talk about this and have some type of understanding. That's big homie talk. Have some type of understanding on how to go about this situation. It could be used as a learning tool for everybody. You know what I'm saying? For the Glasses side and for the Adin side and stuff like that. Where I preferably stand, I ain't going to hold you, I'm on the Glasses side. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the black woman is being attacked unnecessarily in 2026, and it looks like it's going to make it cool for every streamer and everybody to try to do something in that regard. And that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any woman, no matter what color you are, should be attacked, period. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bad enough that women don't get a fair shake in, you know what I'm saying, in this world and shit. But preferably a black woman, you know what I'm saying? My mother black, my daughter black, you know what I'm saying? My family's fucking black, you know what I'm saying? I have black cousins, black sisters, black cousins, all that good shit, aunts and all that. So with that said, man, you know what I'm saying? It could be used as a learning tool. I think that's where Wack could have applied himself in that situation. Yo, put that down, leave that alone, stop talking about that. we gonna talk over the phone. I'm gonna hook you up with glasses, and y'all gonna talk this out, and you gonna make it right for this situation because you're wrong in this situation. I don't think Glasses was anywhere wrong on how he wants to defend, you know what I'm saying, people that he fuck with. With that said, 50, you my guy, but I gotta give you some big homie talk. Coming at Claressa Shields is kind of crazy. I know you and Pap is going back and forth with the AI disses and all that. That's cool. But why bring in Claressa Shields? What did she do? Why does she have any bearing on this situation? She doesn't. But that's your way of getting at Pap? By telling Pap that he likes, you know, to be with strong women and stuff, like muscular women or rough women, if you will, and stuff like that. I ain't really necessarily see any Remy diss and shit like that more than I've seen a Claressa Shields diss, you know what I'm saying, which is very unfortunate because she's a black woman. So I would say, even like with the Adin Ross situation, whether you're black, white, Indian, Hispanic, whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying, your ethnicity is and shit, you shouldn't be dissing any women, period, and shit like that, because I think it's not a good look for a man such as yourself, you know, that's giving out opportunities for people and stuff like that. Some things you go about doing and shit like that isn't always right, you know what I'm saying, but I understand you 50 Cent, you troll people, you don't give a F, you do what you do, you know what I'm saying, because you 50, that's what you do. But you know between right and wrong. And I kind of figure, you know what I'm saying, somewhere I would assume that you know this one was wrong to do and shit as attacking Claressa Shields. And I think how this even got to where we at right now between Pat and 50, man, I seen Claressa Shields be invited by 50 at a like a rally or something like that, like, you know what I'm saying, something like a charitable event. And she was there. She was elated to even be around 50 Cent and had a good time and all that. Then later down, I guess when she had a fight, you know, with her fights and stuff like that, that she was entering out of the back, going to the ring. Lo and behold, she had Rick Ross. Out of all people and shit, you know. Who knows? Low-key, 50 probably took that, you know, in a way and said, oh, word. You know what I'm saying? Now, Claressa Shields has every right to do what, you know, she wants to do and pick and choose whoever she wants to come down the ring with. She wants to come down the ring with fucking 6ix9ine. Who is anybody to tell her, you know, that she can't come down the, you know, the aisle with 6ix9ine? But, you know, I assume that that's where that kind of low key started and shit. So he, as far as 50 Cent, he posted and deleted a post from somewhere that had a deep fake of Papoose and Claressa Shields, you know, in a funny little storyline and shit like that from black exploitation in the 70s. So he posted that and deleted, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you post something that 50 is a person that's, you know, got high followers as 50 does, you know, thousands of people probably seen that already. So he, you know, he got his little joke off and then deleted it because he has some, you know, some type of respect for Pat and Claressa and shit like that. But, you know, Pat seen it. And then he did what he did and, you know, told him, yo, why you not getting that fabulous? And put 50 on a deep fake in a stripper's body. And continue to do so. And then now here comes 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying, in defense of trying to defend himself. It's like he really don't want to do it, but he had to do it because, you know, Pap is coming at him. But yet you haven't come at Fabulous, though. 50, Fabulous is the one that's heating up in these streets and shit. You going at the wrong nigga and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, it is what it is, man. And Claressa Shields, man, she's not feeling it. You know, I'm guessing, you know, before Pap or whatever, she hasn't really had anybody to stick up for and go out there and fight for her honor and shit. So she's out there fighting for her honor, you know what I'm saying? Like autopilot type shit, like, yo, fuck that. I don't care if Pap's saying anything back to him and shit. I gotta say something, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it is. She's a fighter. So that's her mind state. That's her mentality. That's how she's gonna go about things and shit like that. But I feel like she's kind of disappointed in how 50's coming at her at the same time, you know, saying while she's defending herself. So there must have been like a phone call behind the scenes or a text message, a DM or something to say, yo, what's going on, man? Like, I fuck with you. And 50 was like, yo, man, my fault, man. It was just jokes, man. You the champ. I want you to focus on your fight and, you know, just, you know, do your thing, man. I ain't gonna go at it no more. I'm gonna just chill and not say nothing and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The post is still up there, but yeah, you know, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, man, it's very unfortunate, man, that 2026, this is what we doing, man. We making jokes of black women and degrading them and disrespecting them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When they should be protected. All women should be protected, but, you know, especially black women, because that's what we are. So this is where we at, man. Unfortunate, man. And somewhere down the line, I hope that changes. and shit like that, because we need to big up our people, man, especially on Black History Month coming up in February. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta protect what we out here doing, man, and shit like that. So with that said, man, it's the big homie. Like, share, subscribe, rock with my channel. Put things in the comments. I read the comments and stuff like that. I show love. You talk to me, I talk back. And I'm blogging, man. It's the big homie. It's some big homie talk for you right there, man. That said, salute.